Let me give you the recap. I'm not a lawyer, but let's talk about this criminal trial for NFL wide receiver and Cardi B's baby daddy, Stefon Diggs. And if you're trying to get caught up, let me give you the recap. So this is Jamila Adams, aka Mila, and on December 16, 2025, she walked into a Dedham County police station to report an alleged assault. But the assault she's reporting about happened 2 weeks earlier on December 2nd. Now, at first, Mila was hesitant to provide all of the details to the officer, but she eventually reveals that she was a private chef for Stefon Diggs, and that job included her living in his house. According to Mila, on the day of the incident, December 2nd, she and Diggs have been texting about money he owes her. At some point, he comes into her room angry over the text messages and smacked her, put his arm around her neck and choked her, threw her on the bed, and when she tries to again tell him that she just needed to be paid her money, he said, quote, lies, and then walked out. According to Mila, after this incident, she left Stefon's house to visit a friend in New York and then came back a week later to get her things. Now, when the officer asked Mila if she had any photos of the injuries from that day, she tells him she did have some redness that day, but she didn't take any pictures. Now, after giving her statement to police, Mila tells the officer she does not want to file a criminal complaint against Diggs. However, a few days later, she changes her mind and charges are filed.
And just like that, case closed. Stefon Diggs found not guilty in the trial where he was accused of strangulation and assault of his former chef, Chef Mila.
On count 1, strangulation or suffocation, what is your verdict? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On count 2, the charge of assault and battery, what is your verdict? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Madam Forelady, members of the jury, hearken to your verdict as the court has recorded it.
Now, here's my thing. To know me is to know that I always feel like we should believe women first. So when she first made the allegation and went and reported it to the police, I was like, there's probably a possibility that this happened. But then the trial started and things started to not make sense. Now, I'm not going to say that nothing at all happened because I'm not swearing for nobody, but Stefon Diggs was formally acquitted of all charges in this case. And to be quite frank, she was on the stand for most of the trial, which means that her testimony is largely a part of why he was found not guilty by the jury. Now, there were a few other people who did get on the stand, including his hairstylist, and their testimony also didn't help, especially after that dancing video that came out today. And I'm not saying that people don't dance after they've been assaulted, but the point that the defense team made was that there was no scars or bruises in that video, and she indicated that she got strangled at a 10 out of 10.
Sir, if you please stand and face the jurors. Sir, you are placed at bar for the trial, charged with 1 count of strangulation or suffocation, in that it is alleged that on December 2nd, 2025, you did strangle or suffocate, as defined in General Laws, Chapter 265, Section 15D-A, Mila Adams, in violation of General Laws, Chapter 265, Section 15D-B, and 1 count of assault and battery, and that it is alleged that on December 2nd, 2025, that you did assault and beat Mila Adams in violation of General Laws, Chapter 265, Section 13AA.
Now, Stefon's defense is basically that Mila is a liar and this assault and strangulation never happened.
The assault the Commonwealth just described in their opening statement in only a few sentences. It never happened. Did not happen. There was no strangulation, there was no assault, there was no incident on December 2nd or any other day. There were 6 people in Mr. Diggs' home on December 2nd, and not one heard or saw anything out of the ordinary. The Commonwealth has no physical evidence. There are no medical records. There are no photos or videos showing any injuries.
And so the first witness in the case is Mila Adams. And she starts off by describing her relationship with Diggs.
Everybody just sing to me, buddy.